it out, man.
I love to bust a move.
You do love to bust a move, and you can bust a move.
I have a couple moves.
You do. You do. You look good.
Thank you. I feel pretty good.
You look good, and I like this. This is new.
This is my Johnny D. I was going for a new look because it's kind of a Fu Manchu. It's kind of good for the Kung Fu.
Yeah. And then you'll shave it after the promotion tour's over?
Exactly.
I see. I see.
Well, I'll let it just sort of grow in, fill out, and then shave all at once.
Can you grow a beard pretty fast?
No. It takes a while. And also, when I let it really grow, there's a lot of white hairs in there now. I look like a panda. It's like white and black. So I just sort of shave off all the white, and then I'm left with a Fu Manchu.
Do you realize you say white by saying white?
I like to pronounce the silent H.
I like it. Hey, I like your jacket. Is this you? I know you just got back from China on a promotion tour. Is this from China?
Yeah, this was a Kung Fu Panda perk. I got to finally meet Jackie Chan, one of my heroes, and he's been in all of the Kung Fu Panda movies. So we've been in like 3 movies together, 0 hang time. Never met the man, and I met him, and there was a meeting of the mountaintop magistrates, and he hooked me up with this amazing jacket. Check out the back. It looks pretty cool.
Wow, there's a lot going on. It's like, are you getting paid for all those?
It's like better than winning the lottery when you get this jacket.
It really is. So you went on talk shows in Korea?
I did.
I want to hear about that, because that's got to be crazy.
Well, yeah, I went on like one of those legendary, crazy talk show, game show / stunt show. It was called Infinite Challenge. And it kind of reminded me of your show in a way, in that there was a little bit of talk, but there was also some crazy stuff going down.
Like what? What'd you do?
It got pretty cardiovascular. I mean, I I had to take breaks. There was a lot of sweating. That was a chicken dance. That was me stuffing, the pillow fight. And I stuffed 14 marshmallows in my mouth. And we got crazy, you know? In Korea, man, they know how to party.
Wow. That looks like so much fun. So they're interviewing you while you're doing this, or that comes separately after the interview?
No, there's a little chit-chat in between craziness. But, yeah, they're like the #1 rated show in all of Korea, so you might want to check them out.
Well, no, I'm going to copy them. If they're the #1 show, I think we're going to do that next season. We're going to have pillow fights and all kinds of stuff like that. Was that marshmallows you were stuffing in your mouth?
Yeah,
we'll do that too.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all that next season. You just watch.
It felt a little painful. I got a little stretchy in the cheek area.
Oh.
Once I got over 12, it started to feel like there was actual lasting physical damage.
Well, that's a lot of over 12 marshmallows in your mouth?
That's my limit, I found.
Yeah. So were you competing against somebody else who had done more?
I was competing against the reigning Korean champion.
And what had they put in their mouth?
No, I think that I actually broke the record.
Okay.
I'm very competitive, and I found extra pockets of space inside my facial cavity.
Good to know. Good to know that you have extra pockets of space. So, being that this is the 3rd one, you must know a lot about pandas.
You know, I have learned a few things or two. I found out that when you have a lot of pandas together, it's called an embarrassment of pandas. You know how like different animals have like different things you call
a pride of lion.
A school of fish. An embarrassment of pandas. And I think it's because pandas are so rare, they're an endangered species,
yes,
that they're almost like diamonds rare. So if you have a lot of them, it's like an embarrassment of riches. It's an embarrassment of pandas. It makes sense if you think about it. I bet you that's why. We could Google it super fast, I bet.
That's okay. All right. So let's do this. We're going to raise some money for charity. And the charity is what again?
United Mitochondrial Disease Foundation. Easier, UMDF.
Okay, wonderful. All right, I am going to have a stack of cards here, and when I hold up a certain dance, you're going to have to dance, and whichever, I guess I have to guess the dance. Do I guess the dance? Is that the game? We didn't really think this through. So why don't you'll just get up and dance.
I'm not a very good dancer, but I have some moves.
You do.
But this could be an embarrassment of dances.
For each dance you do, we'll give you $100 or $1,000, whichever I choose, to the charity. $1,000. All right. Inhale, 45 seconds. Okay, so we have to go fast.
Okay, good.
And then do an embarrassment of dances. Ready? Oh, wow.
Ready.
Ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Over here. Jack, this way. Okay. Yes, ballet, that's wonderful. The Irish jig, yes. I don't know what that is.
The whip.
Yep, and the nay-nay. I don't know what that is either. I don't know what that is.
That's all I got.
Disco. Belly dancing. Beyonce. Single ladies. Yeah. Vogue. All right. Thank God we didn't get to that. All right. That was wonderful.
Yes.
Hello, Awkwafina.
Hi, Ellen.
So we met recently at a thing that Jen Aniston was.
Yeah. And I remember meeting you backstage, and we had it was a memorable conversation that we had.
Yes.
Stuck with me.
What did we talk about?
I was really nervous, and then the prompter broke. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes. But you had your phone.
Yes, I had my phone. Yes, luckily. But no, you said don't ride the highs and don't ride the lows.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I
it's
did
the
say
truest
that.
advice.
It is the truest advice. You can't believe, because if you believe the high, you have to believe the lows.
Exactly.
So you just kind of stay in do stuff that makes you happy.
Totally.
Yeah. No, you handled it very well, because I do remember that it broke and you had your stuff on your phone. Thank goodness, because most people don't write their stuff on their phone.
Yeah. No. That's the only thing I write on now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, I know.
What happens when you lose your phone?
I don't know. I just write in a notebook.
Then that's it.
Yeah. It's tight. Yeah.
It is tight. So I have to ask you, before we talk about anything else, about your cat, because I saw a picture of your cat, and I said, what's the story of the cat, in the meeting this morning, and they told me a ridiculous thing that I kind of don't believe, but I'd like you to convince me.
Okay. That he taught himself how to pee?
Yep. Well, I mean, not just how to pee, but how to pee...
In the toilet.
Right, because they
taught
all know
himself
how to pee.
In a human toilet. You don't believe that? That's
No,
true.
like on its own, like you'd never tried to do that. You just came home one day and it was hovering over the toilet peeing.
Okay, so there were paw. Okay. There were paw prints. That's my boy. And yeah, there were paw prints on the toilet. And then I walked in on him, and he didn't even look at me. As you can see in the video, he's not even looking up. He's like doing his thing, and I really didn't know what to do. Yeah, because he was just peeing in the human toilet.
That's really remarkable. Now, does he flush?
He does not flush, and he also can't go number 2 because he loses his balance. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So it's just the.
It's just the number 1.
Just
so
the number
you
one.
literally, all of a sudden, it just taught itself how to go in the toilet. That's incredible.
I think it watched a lot. I think it watched people, you know. I think it had.
And you got to be careful what you do in your house.
Yes, exactly.
That your cat catches on to what you do.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a smart cat. I wish my cats would go in the toilet.
They don't go in the toilet?
They do not. They have
What's wrong with
something
them?
called a litter box.
Oh,
They're very average cats. They're not that
Gotcha.
smart.
Okay.
Yeah. So I understand your grandmother's very excited that you're here.
Yeah, she is. She loves you a lot.
Yeah. Well, thank you. What's her name?
Poa.
Poa. Hi, Poa.
She's watching
Hi.
right now. She just freaked out, yeah.
I saw a picture of her eating popcorn in a very unique way.
Yes. Yeah, she went to the, yeah. Those are 2 straws that are acting as chopsticks. That's, yeah, that's my grandma.
Yeah. So now she's going to see every movie you're in.
Yeah, because, so I showed her a screener of The Farewell, and she got up basically at the most pivotal part, and I was like, where are you going? She's like, I gotta cook. And so she left, and I was like, okay. So then I went on national television and I told that story, and she felt so guilty, so now she goes to see all my movies and eats popcorn with 2 straws as chopsticks.
She got up in the middle of The Farewell?
She got up in the middle, and then she went to go
God.
see it in the theater, and she was like, I stayed, all right? And I saw Jumanji.
Oh my God.
It was good, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That keeps you grounded, huh?
Yeah.
Now, the Golden Globes, as we all know, was last night, so congratulations.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Man. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Whether you won or not, I may have been in the bathroom, but if you won, congratulations.
thank you.
And if you didn't, congratulations on getting nominated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, both were great. Yeah.
The Golden Globes we're talking about, of course.
We're talking about the Golden Globes, which happened last night.
Last night.
My date was Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's,
it was really amazing.
That's not true.
That's not true, no.
Who will you bring?
I invited my grandma, and she was like, I don't know. And I was like, what?
It's the hardest ticket in town to get. Like, anybody would love to go to the Golden Globes.
I think that you should tell her that. But no, I mean, I'm sure she. Sure she would love to come. She's definitely watching it.
Yeah. So you think she might come with you?
Yes.
All right. And Awkwafina is not your real name.
No, it's not.
Your name is
Nora.
Nora. And when did you change it to Awkwafina?
When I was like 15 or 16.
And for what reason?
I've always been very awkward. Mm-hmm. It's just a part of my vibe, like my aura.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a play on words.
Right.
Of that.
So you said instead of awkward, because that would have been just 2 on the money.
Right. It would have just been awkward.
Yeah.
Like if my name was just awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah. That's
You made it fancier.
Yeah, that's a beautiful name. I love that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can always change it again. There's no rule. You can't change it twice. So you can change it to awkward later if you want.
Yeah.
Unless you're not awkward anymore. Do you still feel awkward?
Yeah, I feel awkward right now. Yeah, but I mean, I love it. I mean, like, I'm not because of you. It's my default. Yeah,
right.
I run on it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too comfortable.
No.
No.
Because then, who knows?
Everything's boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good that you embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of experiences being awkward for sure.
All right. I want to hear about all of them. I like how you walk. You walk like you're like 10 years old. When you just kind of like shuffle along whenever you walk. It's a very cute walk.
Well, I don't know if that's my real walk.
Really?
Yeah, that's my self-conscious coming on a television show walk.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because I've seen, not this necessarily this show, but I've seen shows where they introduce, and like introduce a fictitious name.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Conrad Strickton. Oh, that's a great character.
I'm afraid I don't want to be associated with Conrad.
No. And hopefully that's not a person. I just made up that name. But maybe you're just tired because what did you have a huge New Year's? Try to remember it.
I hate to admit how many times I've missed the new. At a certain point. All right, I'll bring you into it. How many people here pride themselves on going to bed before midnight New Year's Eve? How many think that we're old that have just said that? So I do. I like not to, you know what I mean.
Not really. But I take that as that you don't really care that much about it, so you go to bed and you don't make a big deal out of it.
I think I was traumatized so much when I was a kid that I tried to get dates on New Year's Eve and I couldn't get dates, and then so I'd go without a date and then I tried to find somebody to kiss at midnight, And, can I ask you the last person that broke down on this show?
Look at those socks. Those are some fancy socks. They have ducks on them.
You noticed them.
Yeah, or seagulls. Are they seagulls or ducks?
Well, there's a third choice, which is pigeons. You're the first person that's ever noticed this one, because I'm nervous when I do shows, and
really?
So I wear my lucky socks.
Well, pigeons don't all look alike, so that's why I thought it was either seagulls or ducks. They're seagulls.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Pelicans.
Yeah. No, they're a little squatty. But anyway, so they are like your lucky socks.
Yes, so far they're not working.
Yes, they are. Are you kidding me?
No, but Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Do you make all the? Do you care about making a new start and saying I'm gonna change this behavior or that or?
I've made New Year's resolutions ever since I could write.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you follow through, or do you make them and then you just say, oh, never mind, the next year?
I really try. It's like every year when I started school, you know, junior high or high school, I really want to be a good student, so I get a new notebook and I, you know, get the dividers and I have really good penmanship, and then you could see by the second or third week my writing would get worse and worse until it would just kind of fall down. So my New Year's resolutions tend to be as unsatisfactory as my school years were. Yeah. So I've made the same New Year's resolutions probably for the last 35 years. I'm going to learn a foreign language. I'm going to enjoy regular kind of swimming because I don't know how to breathe very well when I go like that. So I always swim like that under the water. I'm going to...
You're going to learn how to swim? Is that your New Year's resolution, to swim properly?
Are you an insensitive good swimmer? Is that why you're asking
No.
that question?
Are you going to compete? Why do you, I mean, do you need to, isn't it enough that you just are safe and you can be in the water and not, why would you need to learn how to breathe properly?
Because I like to look good when I'm in a pool.
Oh, I see. I see.
You know, well,
yeah. You want to do that whole thing? Yeah, I don't understand how to do that either.
It's hard, you know, you go like that.
Yeah.
And then they say when you do it, you're supposed to take and when I do that, I gag. And then they say, no, you just take a little bit. You go,
yeah.
You know,
No, that doesn't look good.
And then the stuff goes up in your nose when you're,
Yeah.
I get it backwards. So I've had that resolution, it hasn't worked. Mm-hmm. Every year I say I'm going to be a more sensitive person. Mm-hmm. That hasn't worked.
No. I love that you went all the way back to junior high to start with your New Year's resolutions.
What about you?
I mean, it's not about me today. It's about you, Dustin. Well, so the Emmys were last night. How did that feel?
Ah, lots of Prosecco.
Yeah?
And vodka.
Before and after?
Always before.
Uh-huh.
And always after.
Really?
And ibuprofen for my toe.
Uh-huh.
And Crisco for my toe.
Uh-huh.
And McDonald's French fries that they carry backstage after your nerves.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And large fries.
That's a new thing. They never used to put fries backstage.
Well, thank God they do now.
They do now. So, well, congratulations. You were nominated and won or not. I don't know, but congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So after parties, that's a thing that for sure you always do an after party?
I always do an after party because there's food and drinks at the after party. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. Hey. All right, let's talk about, this is very exciting. You love a jacuzzi. We found out last time you love a jacuzzi in the morning, you love a jacuzzi in the evening. Yes. It's outside, right?
It's outside.
It's in your backyard.
It's in my backyard, and I stay for long periods of time. Now, the last time I was in the jacuzzi, I brought my cell phone out there. I was looking on my cell phone, and something told me to look up. Something told me to look up. And I looked up, and there was a coyote just standing there.
How
just
far away?
Looking at me.
Like how far away? Like where the camera is?
Oh, most definitely. A little closer than that. And he was looking at me like I was his next meal. And I wasn't going down like that because my life is going too good.
It is.
So I did my best gorilla impression. I just went, whoa! You know, and I was shaking, and then it ran away. It ran up the hill, and then it looked back like, wait a minute. No.
That's that lady from How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do a lion now. It's a fun game. All right, so you really did you feel silly that you actually tried to pretend to be a gorilla?
Absolutely not, because I got out with my life, Ellen.
Yes.
I mean, no. And then I got a metal pipe after that.
Yeah. There's no way. I mean, really, it was looking at you like it was going to attack you? It was probably just curious. There's no way it was going to attack you.
Listen, I didn't just talk to him to find out what he was trying to do.
Yeah. You scared that thing out of the neighborhood, probably.
I sure
Yeah.
did. God help.
So, and your daughter Genesis, who sounds adorable. She
Yes.
sounds like a character. She's how old now?
She's 6 years old, and her latest thing is Beyonce.
Of course.
She wanted to go to a Beyonce concert because, we said no. You cannot go to Beyonce, Genesis. She went, no, you don't know what lemonade means to me, Mommy. You don't know what Beyonce means to my life. There you go.
Wow, dramatic.
Yes.
Dramatic. So she wants to be an actress.
She does want to be an actress. She says, Mommy, I know how to live the words. I know how to breathe the words. I know how to remember the words. And I said, well, you better remember how to go to school. And then at 18, you need to remember how to get out of the house and pay your own bill.
Live the words, read the words. So How to Get Away with Murder starts up again. Is it, what's happening this time? I mean, we saw...
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I'm just like, there is a mystery that they introduced in the first episode, and we're trying to figure it out. And I told them, no more sex scenes. You cannot, sex scenes, but you cannot throw me up against a wall. They threw me up against the wall the first season, and I threw my back out for 2 weeks, and my hip.
Yeah.
So I limped around for 2 weeks, and I said, no more walls.
Oh, well.
I just want to, be on the bed, and I don't want to move. I don't want anyone on top of me. I don't want to be on top of anybody else.
Sounds like you don't know how to do it right.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
So, all right. So, do you get recognized more? Because now, obviously, we were surprised that you were doing How to Get Away with Murder, which we're so thrilled because it's a great thing for you. But mainly, you've been known for movies. What
Absolutely.
do people know you
People
for?
know me from Aibileen in The Help. They love Aibileen.
Yeah.
They love it. They love you is kind, you is smart, you is important. So now people want me to do it in stores. When I walk through stores, they have their cameras out, they want to tape me. I have friends who get their little daughters and they say, we want you to do the whole scene, just the words for my daughter now. I want you to look at my daughter. Wait a minute, let me get the right light. And then I want you to say it to my daughter, and they tape it and they cry. And then my daughter saw the final scene of you is smart, you is kind, you is important. She cried for 30 minutes. And then she let her tears roll down and she said, okay, Mommy, let's do the scene. Let's do the scene, Mommy. You be A.B., I'll be Mae Mobley. Come on, Mommy.
Wow.
Yeah.
She is really going to be a handful.
Either that or crazy.
Yeah. She's perfect for being an actress. Perfect. We're back with Bryan Cranston, and in doing research, we found out that you have led a very interesting life. They did not share what these interesting things were, so I'm gonna see if I can figure it out in a game we're calling You Lyin', Bryan?
You lying, Bryan?
We had that graphic already, and here you are, so that worked out well.
That worked out perfectly,
yeah. You're going to look directly into the camera, and you're going to tell us something about yourself. It may be a fact, it may not be, and I'm going to guess if you're Lyin or if you're Bryan.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
Okay.
I have a Breaking Bad tattoo.
I say you Lyin, Bryan. Oh, you do? Wow. Wow.
See?
All right.
You don't know me.
I don't know you. All right, next one.
I was once suspected of murder.
No. You lying, Bryan.
That is true.
Why? For what reason?
I'm still not able to talk about
All right.
it was a long story, but there was a cook. I was working as a waiter in Daytona Beach, Florida, and there was a cook who was a horrible man, and we hated him. Everybody hated him. My brother and I took off on our motorcycles to go touring around, and during that time, he went missing, found out it was not a good thing, and so the police came and said, who here, who is not here anymore, who didn't like him and talked about hurting this man? It's like the Cranston boys, you know. It's like, so for a period of time, they were looking for us.
Wow, scary.
Yeah. I didn't murder him though.
No.
I murdered someone else.
Okay, good. It's good to know. All right.
I once had 100,000 bees on me.
Just by the way you said that, I think that I think you're lying, Brian.
No, that's true too.
What? Why?
I was doing an episode of Malcolm in the Middle, and there was a scene where bees came all over Hal. It's interesting, when you have 100,000 bees on you, getting stung is almost like, oh, I think I was stung. There's no, the surprise factor is gone.
Yeah.
And I was stung in my shoulder and stung in my manly parts.
Oh, no. Did it swell?
Yes, unfortunately, but it didn't last.
Hey, Seth.
Hi, how's it going?
It's good. How are you?
I'm great. That was nice.
Yeah. They're happy to see you. How long is this going to go? And how long have you been growing that now?
For quite a while, months and months and months. I think men all around the world realized they could control the shape of their face.
You're elongating.
There's been an elongating, a nationwide elongating of men's faces that I've noticed. Because I have a round, stubby face, and then I realized I could hide half of it with hair.
Make it look much longer than
and
it
I
is.
don't know if hair is better than what's under it, but it's new to me and I'm going with it. But yeah, it's very
I
exciting.
don't blame you. Yeah, if I could do that, I would. I don't know why more men don't just play
Elongate
with
your face,
Yeah, or widen it or anything you want to do.
You could go crazy.
Yeah, you could go crazy. So I saw a picture of you with the Prime Minister of Canada. Where was this taken?
This was taken at some house that Canada owns. It was so nice. Yeah, Canada owns a house in Hancock Park. It's lovely. I'd never been invited there before, and then they invited me, and Justin Trudeau was there.
Wow.
And he just like I met Obama when he was president. And it was a very regimented thing. It's like you're brought into a room. They searched me for like I'm a threat. But they did a lot of stuff, and they're like, you'll have 1 minute with the president to confer, I guess, or whatever, and then you'll be moved on. But with him, it was like he just showed up and was like, I'm gonna try to talk to everybody, and just walked around. And,
wow.
And he was super handsome. He hugged me, which is weird.
Yeah.
No,
he looks very happy to be with you.
He seemed genuinely happy, and I felt his muscles press into my body, like displacement, like the amount of space his muscles took up, my body kind of just
deflated,
smeared out of the way to make room for it, like when a boat goes in the water. Yeah, it was quite a feeling. He's quite an amazing guy.
Well, you seem to be very impressed by him, so much so that you cut your wife out of the picture, because I saw the. That's the picture. Why did you do that?
I can't defend that choice. I'll be totally honest. People have asked me why I did that. It was just I did it. I don't know. For whatever reason, in that moment, I thought it would be more special to just have a picture of me and Justin Trudeau.
How did she feel about that?
She was not thrilled about it. She was pretty unhappy about it. I've been Canadian longer than I've been married, so I guess technically
I understand.
There's no excuse. I shouldn't have done it.
No, but you did.
Apologize. I did it. I did it.
You just came back from Colorado, I understand.
I did. Yeah, I did. Well,
Vacation?
It was my brother's 40th birthday. So Oliver is officially, an adult, seriously. Or an old man. He's actually kind of old now. Yeah. And we went...
Everyone's going, ooh.
We went and we went home. We went back to Aspen, and we decided to do this hike from Aspen into Crested Butte with, me and my brothers, and it was great.
And the kids go with you?
No. I'd be dragging them.
Really?
Like, come on. Yeah, no, I know. It's not for kids. It's not. I mean, Ryder's getting to that age now, but it's a little strenuous.
He's
for
like,
12.
what, 12?
He's 12.
And he's not a daredevil. Is he a musician?
Well, they're both musical. They're both, you know, I think Bing is more of a daredevil than Ryder, although Ryder does love sports, but Bing's like the one you got to be careful with, you know. He's already skating off ramps.
Yeah?
Yeah, he loves skateboarding. Are my kitties?
He's...
Oh, look, where'd you
Well,
find
one's
that
the dog,
picture?
one's not your...
Where's that picture from?
I
bet it's from my mom's Twitter. My mom tweets pictures of my kids without asking.
No, I was on a ladder looking over your fence, and I was... All right, so let's talk about the movie, okay? Because it really is a whole different story that we knew from the BP oil spill. But tell everyone.
Well, I think anybody who watches the news and is involved in current events knows about the BP oil spill and the environmental disaster, and the impact that has had. But for Deepwater Horizon, the film, we told the story, the human story, what really happened on the rig, and really just honoring the people who lost their lives and their families and the survivors, and sort of honoring what happened for them versus, you know, how it got, you know, all of those deaths got really lost in the environmental aspect of it, and how much coverage that got. And so this was a really nice tribute to them, and the movie just turned out really great. So
it's amazing, and it's like, you know, because of the explosion, and Mark Wahlberg's in it, and it's Peter Berg, right?
Peter Berg directed it.
And it's really good. And Kurt, your dad. Now, who was in it first, you or your dad?
You know, it was kind of simultaneous. We kind of both got it around the same time, and then we called each other, and I was like, did you get the script? Well, first I got to get the right angle. Well, we need the right... Hold on, that's a bad angle. Well, that's good. First of all, this lighting situation's awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's the Kim Kardashian lighting thing.
I wish they still had the duck. Wait, no.
Why are you... Oh, there I am.
Hi. Okay. Now.
Are we really sending these out right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna filter this.
Okay.
I'm gonna speed it up.
Oh, great.
Because this is how we get it. And then I'm gonna, look at this. We have our own filter.
Wow.
I like the peas in the pod.
Okay.
The peas in the pod's super cute. Should we put it in the Los Angeles story? I say yes. Okay.
Okay.
And then my story, and look.
Okay.
See? And then if we wanted music, but we don't have, I could have done a whole tutorial with
Oh,
you.
wow. Next time. And because of all that, because of the way people feel about you, you know, I introduced you as one of the world's most talked about actresses, and you really are. We were looking for like a magazine cover, and there's like, what are you thinking about right there? I have that outfit, and then so you're just you're on everything now. Do you read these things? When you see are you curious what they're saying?
I am on that one.
Which one? Us?
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah. Are you and Billy Bob back on?
No.
You're not back on.
No.
But are you friendly?
Yeah, we're friendly.
That's nice. Okay. I'm not getting into it. I don't
No,
really.
we are. We're very friendly. Now.
But do you read to see what people are saying?
No, I don't. I just ask my mom if it's okay.
Oh, she reads them all. And does she keep them?
She does. She has stacks of everything. She's got pictures of me and Matt and all over her room, and bizarre tabloid stories that
because it's everywhere.
To
it's
embarrass me with, but
it's not just here. It's all over the world. You must have this.
Yeah, I really try to ignore it. I mean, my mom obviously she looks for new pictures of Matt, and I'm a really bad mom where I don't take enough pictures and send home to his grandma.
Really?
You know, so she needs to look in silly magazines like that to get proper pictures. So I'm sorry, Mom, and I will send more pictures.
His photo album is just from Us magazine, or you trying to shield his face. That's you. That's your nose. Every time I see a picture of him, he's laughing like that. He's a little crazy. Yeah. So he convinces you to do, I mean, the fact that I was joking about this backstage, but you actually got your pilot's license.
I did, yeah.
That's really, it's very impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a hard thing to do.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I was horrible in school when it came to math or meteorology or anything like that, and it's hard. It's studying and tests and school, and it's
Good.
horrible.
Well, I hope it is hard. We don't
But,
want anybody up there with a manual just... We wanted to celebrate, because that's really, I mean, that's really cool that you're a pilot, and so you got to look good, right? So we thought we would give you goggles and a little thing, and look, you have the hat.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Isn't that great? But
I love it.
if Maddox is going to be flying with you, you definitely want him. Isn't that great? And he's got his little hat. Can you imagine how cute he's going to be in that little hat?
I promise you, I will send you a picture of us in them.
All right, good. Really?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay, I want to see him. Here, I'll put him over here so you're not holding him on your lap, because I want you to show me.
I love them.
Well,
I will, though.
I'm glad. And also,
that is a sweet.
I can't believe you got another tattoo.
Oh, God.
Well,
I did, yeah.
and where is it?
It's on my back.
Can we see it? All right, so how long did this take?
It took about 2 hours.
2 hours, and you're seated like this for 2 hours with a guy. Do you know him?
I did, yeah. He's a monk, actually, in Thailand.
And that's where you had it done?
Yeah.
And what kind of thing is that he's using? Because that doesn't look like a regular needle.
They do a very, it's the traditional way, so it's a very long needle, and they tap it in as opposed to the machine.
They tap it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
How far?
It is actually quite painful.
You're
in
not looking
moments.
like you're in pain there. You're kind of smiling.
Well, when you do it this way, where they take it very seriously as if it's a spiritual. They're giving you something, and it's the strength of the country and the animal and prayer. So you have to pray. I wanted to lay on the floor and have a drink, but he said I needed to pray.
You were praying for a drink. So how many tattoos does that make for you now?
I don't know.
That many? I don't know. Well, no, I mean, because I have, I don't know, 17, 18, something like that. No, that's why people wonder why I wear long sleeves all the time. And this is a recent tattoo that I just got. Gorgeous, actually. I'll show you later. All right, we have to take a break. We'll be right back right after this.